Day.
The news with Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday morning. I'm Katrina Smith. We will get to the details of those stories in just a moment. First, let's head over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Samantha Wessing. A busy weather day today. I see a lot going on behind you on that Doppler radar.
There is. We're talking rain today. Now, we're not looking as much as severe storms, more in the way of very heavy rainfall that could cause issues for areas that are prone to flooding and things like that. Because like you said, all day type of a rain.
Warnings, watches, anything to talk about?
Nothing out right now.
Okay.
Nothing as far as that goes, but we're going to keep an eye on it. I'll be in all day today watching what's going on. We'll take a look at that Storm Tracker 2 live radar. As we can see, we are getting a break from the rain right now. A little bit of rain, though, out towards southern Herkimer County, northern Oneida County, but here in Utica, just a slight break. But I'm going to zoom that out a little bit. Take a look at that heavier rain out towards Geneva, out towards the Rochester area. All of this is going to continue to push through, and that's what we're going to see throughout the day. Periods of heavy rain here and there. Widespread rain, though, so locally heavy rain possible, minor flooding possible, and most of that will be in areas that are prone, that have poor drainage, things like that. So something we're going to keep an eye on. This is our biggest concern as we head throughout the day today. Currently, though, outside we are sitting at 62. That humidity, we're talking dew points in the mid to upper 60s throughout the day today. So that's going to help trigger that heavier rainfall throughout the day. And taking a look at the next couple of hours, we're not going to warm up much. We're going to stay in the 70s, but that risk for rain continues throughout the day. Better chance for any type of scattered thunderstorms will be later on tonight into the overnight hours. Like I said, I have everything timed out for you, a closer look at what you can expect for your Saturday. That's coming up. Back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Sam. A 13-year-old in Utica has...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning. Not a picture-perfect day today as far as weather goes. Here in the Weather Center, we're talking some heavy rain pretty much throughout the majority of our Saturday. Before I get to that, I do want to wish a happy 13th birthday to Gianna Marie Guzman right there. I know your dad had a great party plan for you today, and I wish I could give you better weather news for that, but unfortunately we have rain, but I still wish you an amazing day today. There's a take a look at downtown Utica. Clouds out there right now. Right now we're getting a slight break here in Utica from the rain, but it's going to continue. Right now it's just out to our west. 62 degrees outside. Humid. Let's talk dew points for a quick second. They're going to play a big role in how much rain we get and the amount of rain throughout the day. We're talking that muggy, humid feeling, dew points in the mid to upper 60s throughout the majority of the day today. It's going to make it feel warm outside, but temperatures not getting too warm as we had throughout the day. Let's take a look. Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Some lighter rain moving through this morning. Dry right now in Utica. We have a nice little dry spell right here. Zooming out just a little out towards Rochester, out towards our west. A big line of widespread heavy rain making its way. You can see the yellows, you can see the orange. We're talking widespread rain even out west of that towards Buffalo. This is all going to continue to push through throughout the late morning, early afternoon hours. We're going to continue to see widespread rain throughout the majority of the day. Severe weather risk, though, what we're talking about, we are in the marginal risk for severe weather. Winds could be an issue. The biggest thing we're going to be talking about is the risk for flooding, especially in areas that are prone to flooding, poor drainage, things like that. With the amount of rainfall that we're going to be seeing, that's what our biggest concern is. And as we head throughout the day, you can see already by that afternoon hour, close to 0.75 inches of rain here in Utica. And then as we head into the afternoon, we're over an inch and a half of rain by Saturday night here in Utica, and as we get closer to the overnight hours, just a possibility for a couple of thunderstorms that could produce some heavier downfalls. But by your Sunday morning, we're looking at a decent amount of rainfall from this system. And as you can see, this is over the last 6 hours. Rain continued into the overnight, early morning. That heavier rain on its way, all due to that next system that's approaching us. This is going to trigger that heavy rain as we continue out the day. And I'm just going to time all this out so you can get a better picture of your day today on Saturday. As we head throughout the morning, there's that break we just saw. This clock stopped at 12. There's that heavier rain making its way. And I'm not going to rule out some thunderstorms or two, but most of it actually looking to be rain as of right now. As we continue throughout the afternoon, You saw those yellows, you saw those oranges, heavy, heavy rain continuing all throughout the afternoon. By the dinner time hour, we could start to see that break, and that's when things begin to break up. The best chance for any type of thunderstorms look to be tonight, and then maybe the possibility of 1 or 2 throughout the overnight hours. We will see a break by your Saturday night. Sunday, not looking off. We're going to see hit or miss thunderstorms, mostly overnight. We do look to be dry to start, some clouds to begin, and then we're going to be watching scattered thunderstorms throughout the day on Sunday and looking for that risk for any of those ones to become severe. Right now, the best risk of that will be in the morning. Highs today in the mid-70s, heavy rain throughout the entirety of the day today. Lows tonight into the 70s, so we're not cooling down tonight at all. Rain, possibility of thunderstorms looks to be tonight, and another chance for tomorrow morning. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast. Sunday, we will see some dry weather, like I said, watching the chance for scattered thunderstorms throughout the day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, beautiful stretch of weather. We're back into the 80s by next week. And then here's our trivia question. I remembered to put it at the end of my weather this time. What is that Olympic record for the men's 400-meter dash?
Gee, I have no idea. I'm going to go with my go-to C, 43:03.
You did well. I mean,
Yeah.
Could you imagine running a lap around the track that fast, Katrina?
I can't imagine
I
running
just-
a lap around the track, period, but that's just me. Thank you so much, Sam. Yeah, no, I just like that. Those times are just,
They're incredible.
yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I'm sure we'll have some great runners at the Boilermaker this year as well. Thank you, Sam. Coming up, Rome Free Academy. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend today. I'm Katrina Smith. I want to get you right over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Samantha Wessing is in tracking a substantial amount of rain. This translates to a lot of ponding and pooling
Yes.
potential on areas that are prone to flooding, right, Sam?
Yes, definitely. Even when you're driving, you want to watch rain like this. I mean, you can't see. We're talking, this is going to be a heavy downpour that's going to be making its way over to us probably within the next hour or so. So definitely watch the roadways. We don't pooling water, don't want hydroplane, anything like that. So be aware, we are talking some very heavy, widespread rain. You can see it just out towards Syracuse, that yellowish orange color on our radar. Very heavy, very widespread. So everywhere is pretty much going to be seeing this rain. Heaviest portion of the rain looks to be late morning into the afternoon hours. As you can see, back out towards West Buffalo, that region, more in the way of heavy, widespread rain that's just going to continue to push through as we head throughout the day on Saturday. So that's why we have that aware day, not an alert day, but just be aware that we're talking that locally heavy rain possible, minor flooding as well. And mainly this is going to be in those areas that are prone to flooding, poor drainage, things like that. We're not talking too much in the way of thunderstorms, but I'm not going to rule that out either as we head throughout the day. Currently outside, 65 degrees. Humid, that humidity, that's playing a role in today. We're going to be talking dew points in the mid to upper 60s, and that's going to help to give us that heavy, widespread rain as well. I have a closer look at how we can expect for the day and all that timed out for you coming up. Back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Sam. A 13-year-old in Utah.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good morning. We're talking a very rainy day today for your Saturday. Widespread heavy rain expected through the majority of the day today. We'll start with that downtown Utica live look. You can see those clouds out there, just those gray skies for today. Right now we're getting a small break in that heavy rain here in Utica, but it is on its way as we continue throughout these late morning hours. 65 degrees outside right now. Humid dew points, like I said earlier, playing a role in today. Dew points will get into the mid to upper 60s, and that's going to help to cause this widespread rain. That humidity is going to be here throughout the day. Now, we're not going to warm up much today, but we're going to feel that humidity. Taking a look at that Storm Tracker 2 live radar. You see start of the rain knocking on our door here in Utica. Rome just beginning to see some rain, but take a look back out towards Syracuse. This is what we're going to be watching throughout the day today. This widespread rain, you see those oranges, you see those yellows, heavy, heavy periods of rain within this widespread rain. This is going to be pushing to the east as we head throughout the day. You can see everywhere it's going to be affected by this rain. Now, let me zoom out just a little bit back behind this widespread line right here. More in the way of widespread rain and still pockets of heavier rain within that as well. So that is what we are really watching for today. Now, we are in a marginal risk for severe weather. The biggest risk I'm seeing with this is the flooding. What we're going to be seeing is widespread rain, areas prone to drainage issues, Could be seeing some flooding on the roadways, so if you are driving during that time period where you see that heavier rain, go slower, maybe even put your flashers on if it's that heavy. So that is our biggest concern, that heavy widespread rain causing some flooding issues, especially in those areas prone to flooding. Also going to watch for some high winds as well. The risk for some thunderstorms looks to be mainly in the later evening, overnight hours, but still going to watch for that. Right now, it just looks to be rain, something I'm going to keep an eye on, as well as Bill and Jill and Eric. They're all watching all the time as we head throughout the day. As we see that projected rainfall, this is what we're watching, how much rain is going to be falling throughout the storm. As you can see, by 2 o'clock already, we're looking at rain almost to 3/4 of an inch right there. And as we head throughout the afternoon, evening time, that clock stopped at 11 p.m., we can almost see about 1.5 inches of rain here in Utica. And then a little bit more, maybe about 1/4 of an inch as we continue into Sunday morning. And that could be due to any of those thunderstorms that we see overnight that could have some heavier rain within them. This is over the past 6 hours. We saw some rain early on, break in the rain, and as you can see out to our west, more in the way of widespread heavy rain. All this due to that warm front that's passing over us, helping to trigger the activity that we're going to see. Let's time all of this out, though, as we head into the afternoon. Break in the rain there, clock stopped at 12 p.m. You can see those oranges, yellows, heavier rain, especially north of the thruway, along the thruway as well. And then we'll see it throughout the day. I'm not going to rule out a thunderstorm or two, but periods of heavy rain all the way until that dinner time hour. Then we can get a slight break in that, and then that chance for some more in the way of thunderstorms during that dinner time hour. A little bit of a break in the rain by Saturday night, but I'm not going to rule out thunderstorms overnight into the morning on Sunday, and then we're going to be talking about that risk for on and off scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day on Sunday. But Sunday does look to be dry for the majority, just watching that risk for those scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs today in the mid-70s, heavy rain throughout the day. Tonight, rain, better chance for thunderstorms late night, overnight. Lows not dropping down much. We're talking around 70 overnight. Sunday, like I said, we will see some dry weather, not too much in the way of sun, but definitely a little bit of dry periods here and there, just watching for some scattered showers, thunderstorms. Dry stretch to start the work week, and then we're back into the 80s by next week. So track and field represents the biggest sport. How many events is this, both on the women's and the men's side combined, are there?
Gee, that's tough. Let's go with C again.
It's actually 48. It's 24 and 24 evenly split.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sam.
You're welcome.
We'll check in with you a little bit later. And moving right along, Utica Police are holding a press conference at 10 o'clock this morning. We'll have the very latest on that.
The rain, another last band coming through. Meteorologist Sam Wessing joins us in the Weather Center. But there's more on the way for tomorrow, isn't there?
Yes, more on the way for scattered for tomorrow. So not as we saw today, widespread.
Yeah.
So everywhere saw that heavy rain. Everywhere is going to continue to see that rain right now. Then we're going to become much more scattered as we head throughout the rest of the night. And that's what we'll be watching is for severe weather for tomorrow. Scattered showers, like I said, after this last round passes through, as you can see on that Storm Tracker 2 live radar, just some rain moving through. Nothing as far as thunder or too heavy of rain continuing for this evening, but we do have that possibility, especially as it becomes much more isolated as we head overnight. Currently outside right now, we are looking at 73 degrees. Very humid. I don't know if you've stepped outside, but that rain was kind of cold, but the humidity is still here, so it has that sticky feeling as we continue throughout the night tonight. So what I'm watching, showers and scattered thunderstorms for this evening, then that risk for scattered shower storms on Sunday as well. But warm and sunny days, those are ahead as we start the next week. I'll have a look at what you can expect for the rest of the weekend. That's coming up. Back over to you, Ben.
Sam, thank you very much. A World War II veteran was honored today.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. The heaviest portion of the rain looking to be back behind us at this point. We're just going to be seeing some widespread rain now, and then the chance for those scattered thunderstorms as we head tonight, as well as for tomorrow. There's a look at that Nexus Center live camera downtown Utica. You can see those cloudy skies out there. Widespread rain still on its way to Utica. We're going to see that within the next hour or so, and it's not as heavy as what we saw earlier on today, but we're still going to see more in the way of rain as we continue tonight. 73 degrees outside. Temperatures didn't fluctuate too much, and they're not going to change much at all as we head throughout the overnight hours. But I do want to point out that very humid. We have dew points in the upper 60s, close to 70 right now. This humidity played a huge role in our weather for today, giving us that widespread continuous rain today. But humidity looking to stick around for tomorrow also. We're still going to be humid for our Sunday before we're going to get that slight relief in the humidity as we start the next week. The next couple of days to begin next week looking to be beautiful with sunshine continuing to Wednesday, but we are going to do a little bit more of that humidity for our Sunday as well, and that's going to be a big player for tomorrow's weather as well. Let's take a look at that Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Rain showers pushing on through, but as you can see, not as heavy as what we saw earlier. And then back behind this system, we're going to get a little bit more scattered, a little bit more isolated as far as those showers and storms will go. There's that risk, though, for severe weather for tomorrow. Now, it is a marginal risk. What I'm mainly going to be watching with this will be high winds and just the chance for that localized flooding in areas that have that poor drainage. But it is something we're going to be keeping an eye on tomorrow as the ingredients have to line up just right for this to happen. Most of this looks to be south of us, but it is something to keep an eye on, especially tomorrow, late morning, afternoon. Now, as far as rainfall goes for the rest of tonight, we're going to add about another quarter inch if we get those heavier thunderstorms overnight. Continuing into Sunday, though, another about quarter inch overnight. And then for today on Sunday, not too much more in the way of rain, but for this whole entire system, about 2 inches of rain between today and tomorrow. That radar satellite, as you can see, widespread heavier rain at times passed over the past 6 hours. Back behind it, you're not going to see too much in the way of widespread rain. Like I said, this warm front passing over, this is going to continue that widespread rain. The next playmaker, cold front, and this is going to be a big deal for tomorrow. The timing of this is kind of going to help determine the severity of any storms that we do see. Now, as we head into the evening hours, you see we get a little bit more scattered. We do end up drying out a little bit more, and then you'll see overnight, might hear a rumble of thunder overnight. Looks to be a dry start by Sunday morning, and then that risk for scattered showers and thunderstorms pop up late morning, early afternoon. We do look to dry out, though, by Sunday night, and just a chance for some showers overnight, Sunday into Monday, and we'll dry out for the start of the work week. Rain and thunderstorms lows today. Take a look at that. Temperatures not changing. We'll stay right around 70 overnight. 75 for the high. Scattered showers, possibility for those severe thunderstorms tomorrow. Taking a look at the next couple of days, sunshine for the beginning of the week. We get back into the 80s as we head towards the middle of the week. We are still watching the weather for 4th of July. Things can still change. It's a couple days out, but at least we look to warm up for the week ahead. More of News Channel 2 after the break.
And watching with a look.
Good evening. The majority of that widespread rain coming to an end as we head overnight. Now, I'm not going to rule out just some scattered showers, possible rumbles of thunder, but for the most part, things will begin to quiet down slightly as we get towards Sunday morning. But take a look at those temperatures for tonight. We really have not moved much as we continue throughout the day on Saturday, and temperatures staying about the same as we continue towards Sunday. 75 outside, dew points still in the upper 60s, so a very humid evening for tonight. And as we continue through the next couple of hours, we do have that risk for scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight. Temperatures not changing much at all. Our low getting down into the low 70s. Now, what I'm going to be watching for is that risk for scattered showers and thunderstorms as we head throughout the night tonight into the morning on Sunday. Now, for Sunday, there is that risk for scattered thunderstorms. We are watching to see that potential for severe thunderstorms is in the forecast for tomorrow, and then warmer, sunny days are ahead as we begin the work week ahead. Back with the sunshine and temperatures getting back into 80 by next week. I'll have a closer look at the second half of the weekend coming up. Back over to you, Ben.
Sam, thank you very much. Today, a World War II veteran.
Summer, never get caught on the course in bad weather. Get severe weather alerts right to your phone with the WKTV Storm Tracker weather app, the only weather app on your phone powered locally by the WKTV Storm Tracker 2 team. When you're on the go, stay in the know.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. That rain mostly coming to an end as we continue overnight. We saw that widespread rain throughout Saturday, Sunday. A little bit different, more in the way of scattered, isolated showers as we head throughout the day on Sunday. Let's take a look. Temperatures outside right now, we're sitting in the low to mid 70s as we head throughout the overnight hours. So temperatures not changing much as we continue overnight. As we only get down into the low 70s. Dew points sitting in the mid to upper 60s for now, so that humidity will continue overnight. We're going to see a little bit of humidity back in the forecast again for Sunday as those dew points remain in the mid to upper 60s. Now, as we continue, though, towards the next work week, we will get a relief in that humidity as we start on Monday and Tuesday. So it'll be warmer, but we won't be as humid as we saw for this weekend. Now, there is that risk for some severe weather. We're in the marginal risk for tomorrow. The biggest thing we'll be watching for are those high winds and just some localized heavy rainfall that could cause some flooding issues for places that have poor drainage that flood easily. But we are going to be watching for high winds for that tomorrow. But we do have that risk, something we're going to be keeping an eye on as we head throughout the day on Sunday. Storm Tracker 2 radar, you can see much of that widespread rain has moved on out. Cloudy out there with just that risk for scattered showers, especially a couple rumbles of thunder throughout the overnight hours. Next big playmaker, a cold front. This is still out to our west. This is going to help to determine if we see that severity. Now, this is a big playmaker with that severe thunderstorms for tomorrow. Now, this is going to push on through, triggering that scattered activity that we're going to be seeing on Sunday. Back behind that, we do dry out and clear out for the first half of the work week. So let's time everything out. As we continue tonight, as you can see, scattered showers won't rule out a rumble of thunder throughout the overnight. Looks to be a dry start on Sunday, clouds, maybe a little bit of sunshine to start the morning, and then as we head into the late morning, early afternoon, that's when we see that risk for those scattered showers and thunderstorms. Again, the possibility for one or two of them to become severe, something we're going to keep an eye on. And then as we continue into the evening, we do begin to dry out. Clouds build back in, so mostly cloudy for Sunday night. There's that risk for some scattered showers overnight, mainly north of the thruway for Sunday into Monday. And then we will dry out and clear out as we head throughout the day on Monday. For tonight, take a look at that low. We're back down into 70. Overnight, humid as well. Rain, possible thunderstorms throughout the overnight hour. For tomorrow, we're back into the mid-70s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. Again, not an all-day event like we saw for Saturday. Very scattered and mainly in the late morning, early afternoon. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Beautiful weather, though, ahead for next week. We're back into the 80s by Tuesday. 4th of July, we are looking at a little bit of rain, but that is still a couple of days out, so things could change as we get closer to the holiday. But we are going to be in the 80s to round out next week. More of News Channel 2 after the break.